Welcome to Monday Night Live, the weekly training that guides professionals to financial prosperity. Join our community and start building your wealth.
Let's go ahead and start class. So that's what we're going to do tonight. It's one of the 10 pillars. So far this year, we've gone over your database, getting your database loaded, getting your records tagged properly, and then setting them up on at least one, if not more, automated campaigns, and phone calling them. Okay. We talked about doing workshops and meetup groups and things like that. So in any case, this is one of the 10 pillars. We're going to complete them all by the end of March. And Luke, anything that we've done, we do this every year, the same pattern. And from April on, we have more guest teachers. We'll introduce some unique niche marketing, things like that. But anything we've done so far, we're going to catch you up. Okay. So no need to worry. You'll go through some basic training, and then the stuff that we've done so far as a team, we'll bring you up to speed. So we do this every year, and we're used to it. We got it down to a science. So before I jump in and get really busy here, does anybody have something you'd like to go over before we start class? A challenge with a client, a transaction, anything we've already taught so far this year, anything at all? Just please feel free to speak up, and because the rest of the team might benefit from your question and the answer. And by the way, answers don't always come from me. Oftentimes, answers come from the other teammates. So, okay. Well, if there's nothing right now, I will stay on, a little bit longer for those of you who need me to stay on after class. If you need to do that. This is no camera, no audio. It's okay, Bless. You're what do we call that in not matriculated, but you're grandfathered in, something like that. You get a lifetime pass. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and bring up the first thing I want you to see. So let me get to that. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do this first. All right. Let me click on my share button. Okay, can everybody see this? It says promptings. Okay.
Yeah.
Now promptings, thank you. Promptings, you may recall, it used to be send out cards, and there was something else that it was too, and I can't remember the predecessor company name to save my life right now. But it's essentially the same people, and the products have been, they keep adding to their products and features. Now, the reason I like this is I've received cards and personal, gifts from other people through promptings, and it was the old send out cards. Hey, is anybody here? Raise your hand if you ever received something in the mail. It's like from another colleague, could be another company, somebody you interviewed you, or a service provider. You've been in business with Cutco. Yeah. And Kathy, when you received it, did you give it more attention than just an email or a text or something like that, or did you treat it just like everything else that it went in the wastebasket?
I usually reach back out to them,
Exactly.
thank them.
Yep. So it's basically called reciprocation. Most people, most of us have an innate desire to reciprocate. When somebody gives us something, to acknowledge it. Call them, text them, email them, send them something yourself, send them a thank you note. Okay, to thank them for that. And it reinforces what we call front of mind presence. Okay. So just to kind of clarify here, just because you send somebody a nice gift in the mail or a card, or even if you can send brownies, there's all kinds of things you can send. It doesn't mean they're going to automatically buy or sell a house from you. Okay. But what I can promise you it's going to do is it's going to reinforce front of mind presence. You're going to be front of mind in their conscious. So when they have a conversation with another person who's looking to buy or sell, they're going to say, you need to call Kathy. Kathy is an excellent real estate agent. She stays in touch with me. I get a market update every single month. I know what's happening in my marketplace and in my neighborhood. And she's just an all-around good person. You should call Kathy. That's why we do it. Now, eventually they will buy or sell something, and you hope that they would use you too. But the key is your database should be producing for you at a minimum 10%. That means if you have 300 contact records in your database. People you know, uncles, aunts, cousins, nieces, nephews, doesn't matter. Former coworkers, church members, schoolmates. If you're not getting 10% of your business, if your database is not giving you 10% return on what you're doing with them, in other words, 30 people buy or sell something, you probably should be doing more of this. It's some of the easiest business you will ever get. Okay. And even though you're sending something in the mail that's going to cost at a minimum a stamp, okay. And if it's a brownie or an incense set, I've received all these kind of things. It's a few dollars, but think about it. That few dollars could result in you getting a referral and earn a $10,000 commission. So I don't know about you, but I'm happy to invest a few dollars here and there to get these transactions. Does that make sense, guys? Okay, so let's just take a look and see what kind of stuff they have here. Now, I don't have an account right now. I used to have an account with these guys actually. Okay, there's digital action gifts. So let's click on this first. There's keepsakes. I definitely want to show you that because I recently received one. All right, so here's some of the things that you can get. These are digital. I'm going to show you another digital um, business a little bit later on here. The one that I use regularly. I've been using it for probably, holy cow, I bet almost 20 years now. So in any case, all this stuff is electronic. The cards are electronic, but then you get these gifts too: brownies, cookies, popcorn, all kinds of stuff. So let's just click on pricing here, because I just want to show you what we're talking about as far as costs go. Okay. Um, so if you subscribe to this, all right, it can cost you. Well, I have light in my eyes, so it's kind of hard for me to see this. Um, Subscribe and save $12. You get limited digital acts, premium images, rewards 120 monthly, 12 per month rollover. That means you can, if you don't use all 120, 10% of them you can roll over to the next month. You get to see the history of your cards, custom card backs, the back of the card, and full system access. So they have their own CRM on here. Okay? Casual, 27 or subscribe and save 27 bucks, one-time purchase, $30. You get a little bit more stuff here. Like 15% discount on this. And advanced is one-time purchase of $60. Okay. And you get everything plus more discounts. So in any case, I want to show you some of the products, and I think that's what we're going to get down here. Okay. All right, full impact package. 300 bucks, and you get 30 printed cards, gratitude journal system consultation. That's or somebody helping you get it set up. Contact manager setup. That's getting your CRM set up. 2 custom card backs, 4 custom card creations, handwriting fonts, and 4 signatures. You can have a team sign a card, for example. And let's just look at some of what these are. Let's click on the far left. Oh, I guess we can't. Okay, can't click on these. But there's a lot more to look at here. This is just the digital part. And here's the different things you can get. You can see the cost of them. So 700 individual items for $15.75. That's a little bit more than $2 per item. But if you have a database of 300 people, you've probably got enough there to send them a birthday card and a great, congratulations or happy anniversary or any holiday you want to celebrate. Christmas, Easter, Hanukkah, Ramadan, anything you want. Okay. And inclusions for gratitude packs, 350 per pack. But let me go. I'm going to go backwards into some other products. So hang on one second. I just want to make sure I'm going to do back arrow first. Here we go. Then we can do the back arrow. Let's look at the lasting keepsakes. All right. So there's the gifts again. Um, here's something you can send, a nice little notepad for people to stick on their refrigerator, right? Um, act on your promptings, happy birthday, well wishes, congratulations, happy birthday. Thank you, thinking of you, nice to meet you. Um, one thing I'm not sure of, I tried to do some research today to see if I could find this or other systems that will integrate with our bowl trail. And I didn't find any direct references. Does anybody know here who's using either bowl trail or lofty? Can are they familiar? Are they aware of another system or platform that integrates with bowl trail? Sometimes you'll see it on the marketing tab, and you'll see what's available. But I didn't see that when I was looking at that. I didn't spend a lot of time on it. Um, but reason I bring that up is if we have one that integrates with our CRM, it makes things a lot easier. Just like Bold Trail integrates with social media, if they can integrate with one of these third-party systems, it means you've got one CRM. You're not trying to set up another CRM here. Okay. Hey, Kathy, go ahead. Yeah.
I haven't tried to do this, but I'm thinking that probably Canva will.
Okay.
It doesn't do, obviously gifts, but
Mhm.
we have access to, Canva
Yeah.
through EXP, and I would think that it probably integrates.
I'm pretty sure the Canva does here, and I hadn't thought about that. That's a good idea. So a Canva, guys, for those of you who are new or you're with another brokerage, um, we get Canva for free here. We don't have to pay any extra for it. It comes with our $85 a month. And then what you do is you create what you want to create on there. It's a really awesome system. You can do videos, slideshows, all kinds of things. And yeah, Lisa, go ahead. Mhm.
I'm on Bold Trail right at the moment, and it
Mhm.
has handwritten postcards. It also
Nice.
has premium campaigns.
Mhm.
Um, let's see what else it has here.
Hey, Lisa,
Yeah,
can I promote you so you can show your screen so people can see where it is in Bold Trail?
sure.
Okay, hang
Does
on one second.
anybody know where you can get training on Canva? I've never used it and I got in and played with it and I got lost.
EXP has training on Canva.
They do? Okay.
Yeah, and they do on the site as well, Kay.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, Lisa, you should be able to. Oh, let me stop sharing mine. Right, there you go. Now you can share yours.
Can you see it?
I can. Let me reduce some of my stuff here.
Okay, so if you go over on the left-hand side and you go to Marketplace, there's all kinds of things that you
There
can
we
do
go.
here.
Okay.
And premium campaigns, handwritten postcards. I've never clicked on it. So, but it integrates right here.
Excellent. Okay.
So I would imagine there's more. I just happened to, while you were talking, I just happened to log into Marketplace. And
Yep.
of course, we have MailChimp.
Mm-hmm. Click on the cards again. Handwritten cards. I just want to see should be some kind of additional cost unless they um
Yeah,
some
there's
other
additional cost in the Marketplace. Buy now.
case study example, $2 a day, real estate.
But these are postcards.
Yeah.
Can you turn them into, here's my question, can we turn them into to thank you cards or birthday cards or whatever? And the other thing is, if you go here,
Mhm.
the marketing, most of these are free.
Yep.
Birthdays and anniversaries,
There we go.
this is all free. So you just set it up to automatically go. And they're pretty
Mhm.
nice. Those are emails, but they're,
Right.
can you print? I don't know. Anyway, I haven't
They're
spent a lot of
e-cards.
time in there, but Bold Trail's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. So these are all digital. Um, and the note cards, I'm assuming that's something that it must be like a drop ship type service, you know?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
It does say $2 a day real estate listing system. Um,
Yeah, it says direct mail.
okay. Go back up to the top. See where it says handwriting on your taskbar? Yeah, there you go. Okay.
That's just if you want it in your beautiful cursive that hopefully everybody can still read.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's see what else it has here.
multi-touch campaigns, gift
Okay.
card sending.
Yep.
I'm just amazed with Bold Trail. They just have so much great stuff for us. But I don't know anything
Yeah.
about Lofty, so
Well, here's pricing. Okay, let's see what the pricing says. Place standard rates per piece. Okay. Business 49 a month. Enterprise 49 a month. So these are really good prices, you know, compared to third party outside vendors.
okay, so here's note cards and gift cards,
Hmm.
Magna cards, letters. So it looks like you have a lot to choose from.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for finding this because this is exactly what I was hoping to find today when I was looking around.
You know, I've been spending a lot of time going through everything that we offer. I haven't found
Hmm.
anything that we don't offer, and I'm finding a lot of things I didn't even realize we offered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Right. This is one, guys. I still got more to show you, but Lofty probably has something similar. Lofty is a great system. I don't use it. I chose Bold Trail because it was the next natural um, innovation when it comes to KV Core. And it's very much identical. Um, and it just offers it's pretty much everything you need. I mean, I can't imagine needing another system when you have that. Plus, remember, Bold Trail, like Lofty, also integrates with social media, right? So that's another huge, huge feature. Um, in any case, uh, back to this. So send out cards. Let me share my screen again. I'll go back there real quick.
Gary,
Yes,
do
ma'am.
we have anything that lists everything EXP offers compared to Real and this LPT?
Um, I don't know if you have it's broken down this level of detail like what Lisa was just showing us, but I do know that there's comparison charts out there when it comes to the cost benefit comparison. Um,
Uh-huh.
in fact, I did my own because they were quite frankly they were calling me, emailing me all the time. So I decided I'm just going to do my homework, and I did. So they're all great brokerages. I'm not going to ever knock them because they're here and
No.
they're in existence because they're good at what they do, just like we are. But the thing that for me that stuck out was long term. This is by far the best deal. I mean, I did my own charts, I did math, I took all of my actual numbers, ran them through the other platforms. We call them the copycat platforms.
Hmm.
And it's just not even close, you know. So the thing I like about Glenn Sanford is he's a natural entrepreneur. He's an innovator. The guy's a genius, you know. I mean, look at
Hmm.
the stuff he's done. If you go to the conference with me next year, guys, Glenn actually still teaches a class, a couple of them actually. You can go in a class and learn from the founder of the company. And he's extremely forward thinking and then very technologically um, quite frankly, he's one of he's probably a genius, one of the smarter
Yeah.
people I've ever come across. But um, the things he's doing, like with AI,
Yeah.
he's showing us how to create virtual employees. It costs you absolutely nothing, you know. and these employees had their own phone numbers, and yet they're robots. I mean, I never saw that stuff anywhere else. I'm not saying the other companies don't have it or won't have it. Quite frankly, I just like being first. You know,
Well,
rather
that's what I've always said. I've just been curious by some of the people I know that were with the XP that have left to go to these brokers, and I can't figure out why.
yeah,
I just,
a lot of times they get paid. They'll offer them a
oh,
bribe. So, and here's why
wow.
you want to be first in category. Uh, the vertical model is a newer category. It's its own category in the real estate industry. And history shows that with very few exceptions, first in category ends up being the winner long term. We're so far ahead. Remember, Glenn bought the patent through Verbella. That's the architecture that runs everything. He owns that. We own it because we own 70% of EXP. That's another thing. The other companies, they'll bribe you. They'll give you, $10,000, 30,000, whatever, like to come on over. But it's really not free money. They lock you into a contract for 3 years, and it comes out of
Oh,
your commission. So it's not like free money. You have your commit to a certain period of time in production. If you don't meet it, the balance turns into a loan. And to me, that's not a respectful way to bring in the right kind of people. We just
no.
leverage our tools and our systems to bring in the right kind of people. We don't bribe
Mhm.
anybody.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
want to bribe anybody.
yeah, it's just, I mean, what's wrong with your platform if you got to bribe people? So, but also they go into debt to do that. So again, I'm trying to be careful what I say. I want to stick to the subject of class, but just know
Sorry.
that that's okay. We are the only brokerage that has zero debt because we don't engage in those kind of, predatory activities. We're interested in building you. That's what we do. That's what this whole thing is about. Um, so you look at the platform we have, we always get all the bells and whistles. Glenn does not cut any corners. We get everything that's available. Um, so in any case, yeah, I did the comparison and long term, the revenue share here. Like I'll give an example. Co-sponsorship. I'm not going to name it by name, but one of the other companies figured out they need to address co-sponsorship too, just like we did. The difference is they divide the revenue share between the sponsor and co-sponsor. You get half and they get half. We don't do that here. Here, the sponsor and the co-sponsor both get full revenue share from anybody that they sponsor. Remember, co-sponsorship is there to solve a problem, right? And it does solve a problem. So we use it for that purpose. And the way they designed it, the company will always share 50% of gross revenue. And that's why we're able to do those kind of things. Plus, we have no debt. And the other thing is, we own 70% of EXP. Nobody else can say that. I've looked at them. They're their shareholders own more than 50%, and so do the founders. Not here. Here, Glenn Sanford gives us the majority ownership. That's probably one of the most important things of all. When you are owner, you call the shots. We're not going anywhere. Nobody's buying us, and we're not really buying anybody else. We don't need to. So, in any case, back to this. By the way, Kate, we've had more people come back, like Spring. Her name is Spring from Real.
Yeah.
She had 3,200 people underneath her there. And
Whoa.
she left because here she did the math like I did. I talked to her. She did a chart. She said she's going to make more money here per agent than she does there. And so I told you that. I did the math on that a couple of years ago. They go down 5 levels, we go down 7,
Okay.
and it keeps compounding. So in any case, so back to this, guys. Let me just click
Thank you.
on.
I appreciate it. I'm sorry to get off task.
That's okay, Kate. We're kind of an open book here. So, but some of the stuff we've already seen in the previous categories, but you've got thank yous, happy birthday, nice to meet you, thinking of you, congratulations, well wishes, happy birthday. Um, I was hoping we could see samples. Actually, let me just click on happy birthday. Here, there you go. You can type in what you want, in your message and so forth. So in any case, that's promptings. The promptings does have a organizational structure to it. So you can actually make money by bringing other people into prompting. But quite frankly, um, I like to stick with our CRM because the CRM already has these features and functions. And if you look back at what Lisa was showing you, our prices on Bold Trail, I hate to say it, if anybody hears them promptings, but our prices on Bold Trail are a lot better than these prices. I mean, not even close. You could get pretty much everything you need for either free or $49, I mean, here, some of these things were into the thousands. Um, and also from what Lisa was showing us, some of those features are unlimited. They don't tap you off. Okay.
Well,
Um,
those Bold Trail prices were right, and you can send a dollar card and get it sent out automatically for $1.23 or $1.39. That is very reasonable.
really good. If you
Yeah,
think about
really
it,
good.
what's a stamp cost today?
48, 50 cents, I don't know. Plus the time, plus going to the store and the gas to get the $1 card.
Yeah. And you can't
Yeah.
even get a card for $1 a store anymore for 5, 6, $7. But in any case, stamp I know is over 70 cents, right, guys?
Look, it says a standard 1 ounce first class mail forever stamp is 78 cents.
78 cents.
78 cents. Good
So,
Lord.
and here for $1.39, you get the stamp and the card, and it's done all
But
for you.
the cards at the grocery store when I go to send one, they're $5, $6, and $7.
Yep.
Well, I
It's
go to the
crazy.
dollar store and they're $1.25 now. They raised their rate
Oh,
25%.
that's good to know.
The dollar store and Dollar General are my friend.
There you go. Hey guys, I want to show you another platform. So hang on to your seat for 1 second. Let me see if I can find the email. And some of you had actually received this or seen these. But what I do, like at holidays, is I'll have sugar. Let's just click on one of these. I'll create a card and I'll give it to Sugar and put it in Bold Trail to send out a message to everybody. Happy 4th of July. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, that kind of thing.
Chinese New Year was Saturday.
Well, that's right. Happy Chinese New Year, guys.
It's
So,
the year of the horse.
all right. Well, that's good. And I'm going to log in. That's me. Let's log in. And I'm trying to think what this costs me now. I think it's gone up, I don't know, $25 a year, maybe $29 a year. I'm not sure. When I first bought it, it was back probably 17 years ago. And it was exactly $12. And that's per year. So here I'm paying like $29.99 per year. And I get unlimited cards. Okay. You can come in here and I'll just click on birthday. All right. And these are a little bit more sophisticated, excuse me. So these have videos with audio. Okay. I can click on, Fluff's Cat Cafe, which is new for a happy birthday card. And it's loading up everything now. And I didn't turn on optimize. I don't, hopefully this is going to work. Let me see here. I'm going to stop share and start it over again because I want to optimize that for you. I just want to show you what these are like. It didn't give me the opportunity to optimize, but let's just click on it to start. Can you guys hear that?
Can't hear it,
Yep.
but I can see it.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Let's do share. Demise for the best video sharing experience. Okay, for some reason, it's not letting me optimize. I have no idea why. But in any case, back to this. It gives you a video. Can you see the cats moving across the screen? Okay. Well, there's music playing there too. And they're about 60 seconds long. And there's thousands of these. Okay. For every possible event that you could come up with. Like click on occasions. Right? Birthday, thank you, thinking of you. Whoops. Wedding anniversary, just saying hi, get well soon, congratulations. With sympathy, new baby, bon voyage, new home, good luck, retirement, U.S. patriotic, um, holidays. Okay, there's all the major holidays, right? There's more. You can just click on view all cards. Themes, tropical, floral, teddy bears, birds, cats, dogs, you name it. They do have a gift shop too. So you can send people gifts through here. Actually, let's just go to gift shop. The gift membership, digital gift cards. Um, I don't want to click on any of these learn more buttons, but Christmas advent calendar. Uh, that's always a popular one. Country cottage, summer garden. Um, what gifts can I send virtually? How do I send digital gifts? Okay, so these are all digital. They don't really have the candy and all that kind of stuff. You can get it on your phone. You can do, oh, you can do a gift basket. Okay. There's nothing in your basket. I don't know how to do that, so I'm not going to do it right now. In any case, has anybody ever seen this or heard of it other than me?
No,
Jackie
I
Lawson?
use it. My friends send it to me all the time.
Yeah. Do you like them when you receive them?
Oh, yeah, they're lovely.
Yeah. Um, in any case, so that is a very inexpensive system you can use to send digital greeting cards. And they're all video with audio. It's just, and people, I mean, I've never heard anybody say they don't like receiving them. It's not something you're holding in your hand, but you know what? You can use that in combination with what we get from Bold Trail, right? So imagine this. Let's say you're using Bold Trail, all right, to do the cards, the actual, they do it's called a mail drop. Your recipient gets a physical card in the mail. You give them a sample of your signature and all that. You have that for very low cost. Then you get Jackie Lawson. I'm gonna guess $30 a year. That's $2.50 a month, and it's unlimited cards. You can send as many as you want. You can also do a mail merge in Jackie Lawson. You can, if you have a happy July 4th to everybody, you can click all, it'll send to everyone, and each one is going to be individually addressed. The salutation will be name specific. So just write this stuff down um, so you remember this, and just check them out on your own. You know, Jackie Lawson cards, go in the Bowl Trail, like Lisa was showing you, check those out. And the other option is this. Let me see if you guys can see this. This is something I keep right here. Right, can you see that? These are thank you cards, bunches of them. I got a whole box of them. So the thing I like about the actual handwritten thank you card that you hand address and hand stamp, there's no mistaking who it came from. They know it was written in your hand. And that's not something you do every single day, although I do know people that do that. But I'm going to tell you right now, you're in your what we call your circle one people. Remember the centrifugal circles of your database? Inner circle number one people, that's the people that you know and know you and love you the best, right? You would call them already on your own. That's those people, family, friends, neighbors, old neighbors, what have you. When something comes up, you know, happy anniversary, or they send you something for your birthday, you just want to send them a thank you note, do that. Okay. Do the physical card. Okay.
Gary,
It will. Yes.
I have a question. I've been noticing something in the technology, and I know I didn't do it because wasn't good at collecting birthdays or anniversaries or even the anniversary of when they bought the house from me.
Mhm.
But they're popping up more, and I'm just wondering, is there a way, I guess we could set it up to send all our contacts to say, I'd love to send you a birthday card. Please send me your birthday month and day. And then you could get it automatically integrated into Bold Trail.
Yeah. From what I was seeing, that you can automate that. Yes.
Yeah, there's a place in there for birthdays and anniversaries, Kay.
But do you have to put them in, or can you send an email out to have them automatically figured
I
No,
out?
don't,
you have
I don't
to.
know if
I
AI
think you'll
can figure
probably
it out.
have to put it in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
You
what
have
I didn't do, and I got a huge database, and I don't want to go in and spend time putting in birthdays.
Well, you know what you do. Just remember, break it down. Think of it
Small
in
bites.
simplest basic terms. Every day, somebody that you know is having a birthday, in most cases. Just
Mhm.
do that. Whatever, one or two or three a day. That's think of it that way, the simplest form. If you try to think I've got to put, 900 people in there, yeah, that'll your brain's just going to say, nope, I'm
Yep.
not gonna. That's
So
not
I
that
don't do
important.
it.
But three a day, heck, you could do that in probably 5 or 10 minutes at night,
Yeah.
maybe even less. Once you figure out the process, you could probably do it in less than 60 seconds,
Mhm.
So, so what I would do, here's what I would do, Kay, and this for everybody here. Um, if you want a really simple way to maintain front of mind presence, if all you did was enter birth dates and anniversary dates. Anniversary could be wedding anniversary, right? And it could be anniversary of when they bought their last house with you. Another important anniversary, right? Every year, remind them, say, congratulations on your house. It's been 10 years. You got any remodeling projects coming up? And guess what? They're going to say, what, maybe 25% of the time. Yeah, we thought about remodeling, but we also thought about just going and buying a new home. What do you think, Kate? Would that be a better deal for us? Buy a new home or remodel? Bingo. You got yourself a brand new lead. You know,
Yep.
that's why we do these things. Right? By the way, the other one is congratulations. Congratulations on getting married, having your first baby, third baby, your daughter graduating from high school, your son graduating from college. Congratulations, birthdays, and anniversaries are really important. Holidays are important too. But remember, we're in the United States of America. We have people from all over the world, different cultures, different religions. So you want to be mindful of that. There's different, we celebrate different holidays, right? So, but if you can do that and keep it straight, I would do that too, Now there is some philosophy, and I believe in this philosophy myself, is if you celebrate Hanukkah, send Hanukkah cards out. Happy Hanukkah cards. I receive them. I'm happy to have them. I'm honored. I've received Kwanzaa cards, Hanukkah cards, Christmas cards. Um, I send out Christmas cards because that's what I know. That's what I practice. I'm not trying to convert anybody. I just want to wish them Merry Christmas. You know, I I'm not opposed to saying Happy Holidays, but to me, that's just taken. Well, I'll just to put it mildly, to me, that's a little bit of a cop out because you're just saying, I'm going to have happy holidays and get it all done with. No, be more personal. I promise you'll get better results when you do that. And that's my preaching moment. You don't have to follow that if you don't want to, but that's my belief. Okay. So, but back to the original instruction, here's the things I want you to write down. Um, if you don't have important dates on your contact records, if your people are in Facebook, you're going to get notified of their birthdays anyways. So you already have their birthdays and you get a message from Facebook. Here's the people having birthdays today. I would go ahead and write in there, number one, to make sure they're in your database. And if they're not, add them to your database along with their birthday. Okay. But do that every single day. It might take you 15 minutes the first time, but then you get it down to a routine. You could probably do it in less than 5 minutes every single day. Okay. Everybody with me on that one? And this is how you get stuff done. This is how you get big projects done. You don't do it all at once. Each day you do a little bit, chip away at it. By the end of the year, you're golden. And then you just keep adding the new people in. Um, but get those important dates in there, okay? And then as you do, set them up. You may have missed this birthday, but you know what? It's in there for the next birthday, okay? Just do that. I promise you, it is going to pay off. Um, has anybody here done this kind of thing before? Like you had an automated, some type of card campaign going? Um, yeah, I
I've
mean,
done
you got,
cards, but I haven't automated them.
yeah, but as a
Oh,
general habit, you send people cards, right?
Gary, I'm going to tell you, I have been in real estate for what? How many years now? I don't know, well over 30.
7.
And I have I have never done exactly what I was supposed to do with this. And
Yeah.
recently I started adding things and automating things and whatever.
Mhm.
It's giving me more time in my schedule, and it's giving people recognition that deserved it a long time ago and I wasn't giving it. So yeah, after all these years, I'm taking the advice of the people who taught me 30 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, don't feel bad. I mean, I was famous in the early years for not. I would listen to my broker. I just wouldn't act on it. And finally, the one thing that I did that I'm so grateful I did was getting everybody in my database and setting up on some type of automation. And when I did that, guys, I mean, my first year, at the end of the first year, I didn't have hundreds of people. I can tell you, I know the number. I had 167 people in my database. You know, that was it. I thought that's everybody I knew. Turns out I was way wrong. I knew way more people than we all do. We just our brains are just telling us I only know 20 people. That may be your inner circle. That's not all the people you know. In any case, the bottom line is this. When I had all those people entered, email, phone number, address, and I knew the birthday, I automated, I was using Top Producer at the time, automated everything. It took a year to do that. Just doing like John Zinder was his name, and he said, don't do it all at once. He said, do today what you can do today. You're gonna have three birthdays pop up today, you're gonna have one tomorrow, and then Thursdays you're gonna have four. And then when you said just do them as they pop up. Just make it a habit. Write it, write it in your planner, right? Write it in your planner. If you don't have a planner, get one. That thing, I've had that thing since 1989. I didn't use it till 93. And ever since then, major improvement in my business life. I still use it today, all these years later, you know. And of course, I use my smartphone. I got a computer. But the bottom line is when I write it down like that, it makes it real and it happens. When I put it in my phone, it gets lost in the shuffle. Has anybody experienced that before?
Yeah.
Oh, I've had so much trouble finding stuff in these new phones and all the updates.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But any case, so here's what I want you to please write down and take action on. If you're on tonight, I'll stick around after class so you guys can go into your CRMs and just do one. Just go to Facebook, look at your messages and see if anybody had a birthday in the last week. Because you'll see it in your messenger, Facebook Messenger. And go ahead and add them to your database if they're not already there. And if they are there, grab their birthday and plug it in. And then go to the card section under the marketing tab and just set one up. Just get it set up. Yeah, it's too late for this year, but at least you got it set up for next year. And you don't have to think about it or worry about it. It's done and they will thank you for it. We'll have a lot more engagement. I promise you that. And with engagement comes transactions. So, in any case, get those people in there with their dates in there. And then I would set them up on something automated like Happy Birthday. At a minimum, do that. Okay. And then the other thing is, too, is I want you to consider committing to either something like Jack and Lawson. I don't get anything out of that. I don't even, if they have some kind of affiliate program, I'm not even familiar with it. I don't care about that stuff. What I care about is you having really inexpensive, easy tools to use. And for 30 bucks a year for unlimited musical video cards, guys, that is a bargain. That's the bargain of the century, you know. So either do that or get yourself a nice new box of thank you cards and get in the habit of that. Maybe do all this. I do all this, right? So and I'm not even in production right now, you know, and I still do it. But you know what it turns into? Some of the best networking I've ever seen in my life. Some of the things we're doing right now on the team are a direct result of being in contact with people. You know, there's some stuff coming up, guys, in the next probably week or two. They're gonna you're gonna be amazed by what we're doing with what used to be Hoodle, now it's called Vicinity, and Ask Local. Remember Ask Local? The guy Brad that came on and talked for us last year? Well, it's the real deal now. It's all across the country. So, in any case, I don't want to spend too much time on that tonight because that's you'll hear more about it then on the team meeting coming up March, and then probably by next week we're going to have a rollout, and you guys are going to be part of it. And guess how much you're going to have to pay for it?
Zero.
Zero. Okay. That's the benefit of having a national team because I get these guys in here and I'll say, look, we'll give you access. You got to do it for free. And then I help them go up the ladder, you know, Andre on up to Jay and through Brent Gove and all the way to the top. That's how we do these things. So in any case, that all came about. Honestly, Gina we had lost contact for several years, probably from 2017 to 2020, probably, yeah, close to 3 years. Definitely was more than 2 years. And, but thankfully, I always sent her happy birthday, happy anniversary, things like that. And then out of the blue, I called her and she literally had in her notepad to call me. And we talked, and if within 5 minutes, she said, I don't care what it is you've got, I want to be part of it. And she joined it. Here she is now, almost 6 years later, and she's coaching all around the country, creating her own coaching program. So that's the power of maintaining contact. Just use the automation to make it easier on yourself. Is this making sense, guys? Yeah, the tools don't replace what you do, they just make it easier, right? So in any case, so that's what I want to ask you to do. Definitely use what's in your CRM. In most cases, it's going to be Bold Trail. Um, Further servicing your database. That's the number one thing. That'll be the theme throughout the entire year. Number two is either look at like Jackie Lawson, like I did, or get yourself a batch of physical cards, and I keep it right here, right beside me. So it's facing me like this. So I always see it out there. So when I have something I want to say to someone, um, instead of me sending an email, I'll pull this down to a quick note. I buy a sheet of the forever stamps. Hang on 1 second. And this one's probably getting kind of low. I keep this with me at all times in my planner. So I don't care where I am. I could be traveling, could be on a plane, could be on a ship, could be on the beach. Doesn't matter. I've got my stamps with me and I'm ready to rock and roll. You know, so those things make a huge difference. And that's really the subject of tonight's classes. I didn't want to make it too complicated. I wanted to really make it simple and remind you that it's one of the 10 pillars of our team. So let me pull that document up here real quick just to remind you. Okay, let's see. GIA team. Let's see. 2.0, I think I called it. Is that it? That's it. Okay, hang on 1 second. Let me do my share screen. Uh-oh. There you are. I thought I lost you guys. Okay, hang on 1 second. Is this it right here? There we go. All right. Can everybody see this Word document?
Yep.
Okay, good. All
Can
right,
you
so
send it to us?
I sure will. Yeah. If you look back at your emails, Kay, with the class recordings,
Yeah.
you'll see it in there. What I'll do is I'll have Sugar send it out again. Yeah.
Yeah. If it's fresh in my mind now, so I'm ready to receive.
There you go. In fact, I don't know if I can do this. I want to see if I can load it up in the chat for you. Okay.
Oh,
Right.
well, that may not help because I don't know how to get stuff out of chat into printable form, and that's what I want.
Okay.
If you can email
No
it to me,
worries.
it'd be good.
No worries. Okay.
I'm just being honest tonight.
That's okay. Hey, you're allowed. I mean, if your background, you've got an incredible history, you know, and what you're doing here. Actually, Gina, were your ears ringing the other day? Because Gina and I were talking about you. I mean, you have from the day you started, look at where you are now. Holy cow! You know, that's just pure perseverance and work ethic. You know, I mean, you did it the hard way. You worked at it. You know, and I'm telling you what, you're a poster child. So in any case, back here, remember the key activities, guys, and I'm going to go over this quickly. Number one is your database is 100% accurate. Everybody you know is in there, and you've got minimum name, email, phone number, and preferably things like anniversary, birth dates, and physical addresses. Okay, but at a minimum, at least phone number and email. Okay. Now, of your database, you should be getting 10% of your database should be producing for you. In other words, if you have 300 people in your database, you should be getting some combination of referral listings or sales of 30 properties. I only know a couple people on the team that are getting more than 30 transactions a year. Okay. So that means most people, it's Pareto's 80-20 rule. Be part of the 20. Okay. Just commit to say, you know what? There's two groups of people, those that produce a lot and succeed a lot, and those that are somewhere in the middle. Choose to be part of the 20. Okay. The difference is little, minute. It's just a matter of execution. That's all it is. You already know how to do it. You get all the instruction in the world. Just just do little bits each day. Whoever has a birthday that today, you take care of that person. Get them in your, make sure they're in your database. Make sure you have their birthday. Make sure you set up the send out card or whatever the card you're using, automated for the next time around. Okay. Again, that's part of the automated campaigns. Automated campaigns at a minimum should be market update every month. Okay. An ongoing search, property search, not for everybody, but for probably, I would say at least half your database. Just tell people, hey, it's fun. Just look at the houses when they come your way. It's fun. And put them in their neighborhood. What went up for sale? I'm telling you, we're not doing that so that they buy the new house that came up for sale. Why would we keep setting people, setting them up on searches, even though they already just bought a house last year? Why would we keep setting them up on searches?
To keep
You may
ourselves
know
front of mind
somebody.
with them.
So you're at
Front of mind
you're on
presence.
top of mind.
Top of mind presence. Amen.
Yeah,
And
and
what do
they
people
might know
like looking at?
somebody.
People like looking at houses. Guys, I'm in the business. I still do it. The realtor that sold me this house I'm in right now, I told her, said, no, keep me on the search. I look at them. They come in a couple times a week, and I'm in the business.
Well,
So
you know what I'm doing? I've got a gal that I've been competing with for my neighborhood. And she's sending out these beautiful brochures every month about all the changes in the neighborhood and the data and the statistics and all that. And I thought, I'm just going to copy that and put it in a post and send it to everybody on my Hollywood Park thing. And make it mine and just copy what she's doing. Because that would be that.
R&D, rip off and deploy. That's it. Hey, it's in your inbox. It's public information now, So,
Hey, I get it in my mailbox. She wants to spend all that money on that beautiful glossy thing. That's fine.
yeah,
I just want to be in front of people.
there you go. In any case, the next thing is phone calls. And again, I'm going to go over this quickly, but remember, everybody in your database should have one of the tags should be their level 1, 2, or 3. Level 1 is the innermost people. Level 2 are your acquaintances. Level 3 is everybody else. So you should be calling your level 1 people. If they're level 1 people, you would already be calling them anyways, whether you're a real estate agent or not, right? So make sure you have it in there to give you a reminder every 3 months. Hey, call John, call Jane, right? Now you could send people text and emails, but for me, what I like to do is like to find out who does engage in texting, who does engage in emails, and only text and email those people. If you text people and they don't respond, don't text them anymore. Just call them. Maybe they're a phone person. Everybody's got different communication styles. So learn their communication styles, and guess what you can do? In your CRM, you can tag them, tag phone, tag text, tag email. So you know what their communication style is. You know what their preference is. If they respond to emails, but they never answer the phone, just use emails. Does that make sense, guys? Yep. Just use the technology. Make it, remember, the technology doesn't replace what you do. It just makes it easier and a lot more productive. So in any case, phone calls, text, emails, YouTube. We'll cover that in another session. Social media, we'll cover that in another session. And here it is right here. Notes and cards, right? One of the pillars of success. And then after that, we talk about belonging to or creating a group. That was what the other class was the other week. We're creating a group, holding an event. By the way, let me do a quick little test here. Let me stop sharing for a second. Not really a test, just curious. If you would be interested in doing an event, either live or like a webinar, either one, raise your hand if you have an interest in doing that sometime this year. Okay. I would. I mean, we've had a lot of success with events over the years, both online and in person. So we're working on that, something we're working on that would appeal to all of you and you can all participate in. And I'll keep you posted on that. And the idea came up from Sean and Fordyce. He said they brought up what if we did that? And I thought, you know what? It's been probably 3 years since we've done one. I think it's time for another one. But because you can each receive your own custom Zoom registration link, right? There's a report that comes out. So everybody that registered using your link, we get a report on it. And Ryan sends that report out, right? So we'll know who came to the webinar based on that link. And we can have as many as 50 of them. And right now there's only 20 some odd people here. So you guys would automatically all get one if you want to do that. And we'll do something. We'll showcase the team. We'll showcase the brokers. We'll teach a lesson. Well, in fact, we'll do some preliminary teaching. We'll teach 3 lessons to these people for free, all your contacts, all of our contacts. And on the 3rd session, we'll invite them to come to a live session with us. We'll meet everybody and see what the team's all about. Okay. And you'll know who they are because you're going to get the report and they know who to follow up with and set up a 3-way call. Okay. In any case, that's one thing we're working on. Now, in any case, back to the class. It is exactly 8 o'clock. And I wish I couldn't have planned any more perfectly. But who here feels like we're committed enough to start the process of what we discussed tonight? Make sure you have your records tag, birth dates in there, not the year, just month and date. Okay. And then using something like Jackie Lawson e-cards. Actually, who here would like to look at Jackie Lawson e-cards more? Yeah, they're pretty awesome guys. I mean, that's great for family and friends too, by the way. Who would be more interested in doing these, like an actual written card that you send in the mail with stamps? Okay, not too many takers on that. That's actually one of the best ones, guys. Believe it or not, you'll get far more bang for your buck with these than you will with the e-cards. But the e-cards are easy, they're fast, and they're fun, you know? Hi, I just want to take a moment to thank you for watching a recording of the Monday Night Live class. Hope you're getting a lot out of it. I'm sure you will. I wanted to let you know that, you can come to Monday Night Live whenever you want, but you can also participate more with the team. Why don't you set up a call with me, a one-on-one strategy call? I can go over everything with you, show you everything that we have to offer. For example, did you know that on our team, not only do you get your leads, we actually give you your own account on our lead gen system. So this puts you in control. You're not waiting on somebody to hand you leads. You get to pick the ones you want. Okay. Huge difference. We have 21 of our own proprietary marketing campaigns. They're all copyright protected. We're the only ones that can use them. Okay. The coaching is absolutely one-on-one. We got 3 coaches. We even have a 4th success coach that we have access to. Okay. One of left fewer than 100 in the world. Okay. One-on-one coaching. Right now the big problem is volume. We need more transactions. We need more inventory. I get it. Well, we know how to get it. Our team actually outproduces the national average by more than 2 to 1. So if you're struggling, don't do that anymore. If you're a solo agent, if you're a team, let's just talk. Smart entrepreneurs are always open to discussion. Learn what we have to offer, and then you can make an informed decision about staying where you are or moving on. You got to decide, if you're not where you want to be, you've got to take action to get where you want to be. Let's see how we can help you do that. I look forward to talking to you. Click on the link, set up a call. And by the way, I'll see you on the next Monday Night Live.
I sent out 250 Christmas cards this year, which I have not done in many years. And I
Holy
heard from
smokes.
people I have not heard from in a long time.
You mean actual physical cards you mailed in the mail?
Physical cards I mailed in the mail.
Whoa. You're definitely getting the gold star tonight, Kay.
But I heard from people, they sent me letters. I've heard from, a number of people I hadn't heard from in a while. And it, I figured, and I know who doesn't have an address anymore. So, I can take them off the list. I don't know if they died or what happened. Anyway.
I also do more physical cards than I do, virtual and email cards.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I tell you what, guys, make sure they're in your database. So remember, the database isn't just for kicking off email campaigns and social media campaigns. It's a way for you to track things so you know that you're keeping up with all your people. Because you just never know who's slipping through the cracks,
Hey, Gary, I wanted to say one thing. I was thinking more, listen, we used to do, I know all states are different, but at a closing, I always had a celebration sheet. because we had some downtime at closing sometime or waiting for funding or whatever. But they would fill out the entire thing, pets' birthdays, kids' ages, and because once you have them captive, it's real hard to, we used to try to mail and try to get those dates. And it's real hard. So you could do it right up front at the closing if you get that opportunity and fill it all in. I mean, you start noticing the kids' birthdays and sending a $5 Dairy Queen to them. I mean, that's golden. So yeah,
That's a
Yeah.
just
great idea, Tom.
yeah, thanks. It's really, I mean, I'm like, I forget who was talking earlier. I've been doing this for 35 years, so I just learned how to go churn and burn and get deals. If I was a young guy like Luke or whatever, I'd spend every day on this stuff. I would spend 2 hours a day just making my database perfect. And if I didn't have information of my A1 people, I'll call them and ask them for them. Say, hey, I want to
Yeah.
celebrate special days. That's what I do in this business, and just ask them for those dates. It's gold. It's gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tom, for sharing that. And Luke, I do want to tell you that's on our team. The first thing we have you do is get all your contacts in your database. And I mean everybody, college buddies, uncles, aunts, cousins, nieces, nephews. And at first it feels awkward because we've all gone through this. What's amazing is every one of us have gone through this. We all had the same story. We didn't do it for the first couple of years because it felt awkward. But I'm here to tell you, once you do it, you'll know it'll all make sense and you'll be grateful, for listening to Tom's wisdom. It'll help you make money faster in this business, but also it allows you to build some really solid relationships, lifetime, long-term relationships with people like investors. I mean, I love investors because I get so much more business from them than traditional owner occupants. Like owner occupants, yeah, 3, 4 deals in a lifetime, absolutely. But investors, I'm talking 10, 20, 30, 40 transactions in a lifetime, sometimes in a few short years. So, but you do that by being genuine about it, authentic. When you really believe what you're saying and what you're doing, it shows up, it comes out. People can tell when you're being authentic and genuine. And people want to do business with you because of you. You know, it's not always about your college education or your experience in life. It's because you show them that you take the time to reach out to them and talk to them. I can't even, there's lots of lessons on this that my own personal life experience has taught me. I wish I'd have, like Tom said, I wish I'd have done it from day one. You know, if I had to do it over again, I'd have done that the very first thing without any doubt.
Well,
You know,
I'm doing something new that I've never done before.
hmm
And that is that I had a realtor friend of mine who sent me an off-market house because she knew that I was buying and investing.
hmm
And so I made an offer, but I didn't have the cash to get into it. But I got a feel for what they'd take and what they wouldn't take and what kind of
hmm
terms they wanted and what kind of terms they didn't. So then I took the information that I had and I've sent it out to 6 investors that have contacted me repeatedly wanting to know if I have anything. And I'm sending the information to them. Now I'm having a hell of a time getting my buyer's rep paperwork completed before I send them the address. And I'm debating whether I ought to just trust them and then send them the address or not. But I'm trying to stick to my guns and keep my boundary. And I have to sign a buyer's rep first, so I make sure I get paid.
Yeah, I know sometimes it's a pain in the neck, but I tell you, all it takes is for one of them to slip through the cracks and you find out they actually I know somebody personally it just happened to the other day. And the guy was an investor she'd been working with, and he was going to buy his own home and use this agent. And she thought he was under agreement because he was under agreement for all of his properties, the investor properties, but it was not. That was specifically for investor properties, the way it was worded. And he promised her verbally, he said, "Don't worry, I'll use you." And he had her set her up with a certain part of the region, and then but not within properties on this other part of the region. Well, turns out he must have been getting that from some other agent because he just bought a $1.5 million house. And our agent, our friend, got cut out,
Yeah.
zero. So, all it takes is one, and you get that. That burns too. But you're talking about I mean, that could easily have been $45,000 commission, 3% for one side.
Yeah.
That's a new car,
Well, this is a great house. It's got great bones. I know somebody can make some money. It just needs cosmetic repairs. I've been over to see it. Actually, I went over to see it and I found they had two pristine cars for my grandkids, and I bought the cars.
Hmm. Well, Kay, if you're interested, I lost my mom last year, and I'm saying you're my mom, but I can be your foster child because I need a
Okay.
new car. Yeah,
Yeah, well, this is a 2000 Camry, but it's only got 35,000 miles on it.
I just
And
played.
it is in mint condition. And then they had the other one is older. It's an 89 Oldsmobile 98, got 130,000 miles on it, and it is beautiful inside. I mean, these people took immaculate care of these cars. They were garage, and I figured if I get a tank and my kids get in an accident, they'll be protected. So,
What? That's probably a classic now. 98, old 98. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, but in any case, yeah. So, Kate, just a suggestion.
Mhm.
What I would do is, um, in your CRM, you can have those people in there, the investors. And then what you can do is, if you want, you can keep this on your own computer's hard drive. If you want, create a file folder on your computer. In fact, I do recommend doing this so that you have you're saving contracts yourself in forms like buyer's agency agreements.
Yeah.
Keep keep a Word document, keep the Word document version of the buyer's agency agreement already filled out with your stuff. Anytime you come across something like this, you just fill in the blanks and I'll say, guys, I got a property I want to show you, but you need to find this ASAP because it's the law now, you know, and I got a great deal, but you got to sign this so I can send you this great deal. And then
Yeah.
just push them and
It,
do
it took a while. I had to do each one individually, and I did, but I did save the form, but I
yeah,
still had to get their buying entity name because they all I had was their email and their text. So I had to get their
yeah.
buying entity name, and then I got that. Then I filled out the form. Then I sent them that, the wire fraud, and my IABS. I didn't know what else to send, but I thought, and I'm sending it all through Authentisign, but I'm having trouble. Some of the emails aren't going through. I've got to dig into that technology next. It's always something.
Well, there is another thing, and I'll not even actually teach this, but what I do like on the big commercial stuff, because I still get sucked into those things, is I'll send what's called an NCDC, non-compete, non-disclosure, non-circumvent. So they can't go around you and
Yeah,
accidentally forget about you. Um, is you can collect with that, but that doesn't replace the buyer's agency agreement. It's a
yeah,
separate purpose, but it does protect you. So if they got the brain freeze because they're all being told don't sign buyer's agency agreements, just say that's not what this is. It's an NCDC. And then when you do the paperwork if they buy something, say, look, now you've got to sign this BAC because it is state law. You could do something like that. Um, and I think I sent you that NCDC a while back.
yeah.
But
I know I have it. I know exactly
yeah,
the deal we have it on. I'll
yeah.
never forget that.
Well, if ever you ever just let me know if you ever need something. I'll send it. I don't mind.
Okay.
Um, hey guys, any questions about tonight? Just show of hands here. Just give me a hand raise if you understand the you know how important it is to do these notes and cards. Number one, number two is do you plan to implement that in your own system? Excellent. Yeah,
Yes, I'm gonna do it.
promise it'll pay off. And by the end of March, we'll have all the 10 pillars covered, and we're going to be. You already should be in execution mode, but by the time the flowers bloom and Easter comes and people do open houses, you should have everything in place so that you don't have to be building these things. They're already going to be in and set up. You just go and execute. For May, June, July, August. We go all the way till November. And it doesn't slow down till after November, after Thanksgiving. Of course, January's pretty slow in most cases, unless you're in Florida. So, but just keep that in mind. And each year you do that, you get better and better at it. It becomes more and more automated. I mean, there's no reason why any of you in 3 years can't be living off of your commissions, comfortably, right? Just using the tools and the systems and the data, the people that you already know. That's really what it comes down to. Well, I appreciate you guys being in class tonight. Next week is, let me see if I wrote this down. It's going to be, I believe, the second. Um, I can't even read my own writing here. Oh, Carter Long, social media. So you guys remember Livia back around Thanksgiving? Livia was doing
She's
her social
great.
media stuff. She was
Instagram.
Instagram. Well, if you like Livia, you're gonna like Carter Long. They work together. And she's figured out how to automate a lot of that social media stuff. And I had a personal meeting with her. I said, look, you got to promise me that you're going to teach an actual class. You can't just come in and sell stuff. I said, people will want what you have when you show them what it is and how it works. And then they'll see the application of themselves. So she said, I got it. I promise that's what I'm going to do. So I'm excited about that because that's some stuff I haven't actually seen before. So and definitely invite um, your agent friends. Anybody's welcome to come to these classes. We don't buy anything. We don't sell anything. We don't recruit anybody. It's just straight up education. So bring them in and let's help them out. That's where it all starts, coming from contribution. Sound good?
Great.
Right. And then Tom, I'll see you. I know we got the podcast interview coming up this week. What day is that?
Sounds good, Gary. I'm not sure what we're doing, but I'll be there.
Oh, it's Thursday. Just be yourself. All it is a conversation, and I'll lead you through it. It'll be natural, and you're going to be able to help a lot of people.
I'm good, man. Look forward to it.
Okay.
All right,
All right,
thanks,
guys.
brother.
I'll see you on the one-on-ones. And remember, the Really Flow is changing how they do things. So you guys are going to still have your complete program, but I'm meeting with them on Thursday, and we've got to coordinate how we're going to do this transfer or transition, whatever it is we're doing. I still feel a little bit in the dark, but on our end, we've got our plan in place with Sugar and Ryan and me, so we could all be covered. But just bear in mind, there might be a day where we're switching things, logins, accounts. I'll keep you posted. But Sugar's going to send an email with the instructions, and at the top, it's going to say urgent, new Really Flow instructions. Please make sure you open it up and tell anybody you don't see in these classes, make sure you tell them. Make sure you read that email from Gary because it's important. And we'll show you what to do going forward. Okay. Well, you guys have a good night, and I will see you on the one-on-ones. I'll see you on the huddles, and I'll see you next Monday.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you for watching Monday Night Live. Consider subscribing. Agents, want to learn more? Schedule a call with Gary using the link in the description.